How do you tell the difference between baking powder and baking soda? Can you substitute one for the other? How do they work and affect your baking? Find out in this video their benefits, how they affect your baking, and ultimately tips on becoming a better baker. Baking powder and baking soda are both leavening agents. What this means is that they are substances that assist in raising your pastries such as cakes, donuts, chin chin, and cookies. So how do you differentiate them? Well, baking soda is usually activated when it comes in contact with a liquid and acid, which in turn helps it to raise your baked pastries. When this happens, it produces carbon dioxide, which will then create light and fluffy textures in your pastries. This is why recipes that calls for baking soda will also mention an acidic ingredient such as vinegar, lemon juice, or buttermilk. While baking powder does not require any liquid nor acid before it's activated, it is a complete leavening agent on its own. It's usually available as a single or double acting agent, though double acting is mostly recommended for household use, while single acting is mainly used by food manufacturers. A common ingredient found in baking powder is cornstarch. This helps to prevent the acid and base from activating while in storage. So baking powder is used when the recipe does not contain an acidic ingredient, as the powder already has in it the acid required to produce carbon dioxide. Conversely, baking soda is used in recipes that also includes acidic ingredients such as citrus juice, yogurt, honey, or buttermilk. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. If you've learned something from this video, please like and consider subscribing. So how to substitute? In order to substitute one for the other, one must be mindful that the leavening power of baking soda is stronger than baking powder. The rule of thumb is to know that 1 teaspoon baking powder is equal to 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And when substituting baking soda for baking powder, make sure you add an acidic ingredient like cream of tartar in order to activate the baking soda. So some tips to test for freshness of baking soda are: you put 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a bowl, pour a teaspoon of vinegar on top. If it bubbles, know it's fresh and safe to use. If nothing occurs, discard and get a new one. And for baking powder, when you place a teaspoon of it in a cup of very hot water, if it bubbles, it's safe to use. If nothing happens, please discard and get a new one. Try this tip to check for freshness, and also let me know what other tips you would recommend or any you usually use. Storing your baking soda properly will help it last long. Baking soda, unlike baking powder, does not contain cornstarch, which can help maximize shelf life. So make sure you transfer your baking soda to an airtight container and store in a cool and dry place to get the most out of your baking soda. I hope you've learned something from watching this video. If you did, please subscribe and also click the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Let me know in the comments if you have any video requests. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share to help others learn. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.